Hello guys, how are we doing and welcome back to the channel. Day 1 of Season 2 came along and I was super excited to play the new season of Black Ops 6 Ranked Play with the new guns, a rank reset and hopefully a new ability to grind a little bit quicker than I did last rank. We managed to somehow come across this lobby where we were playing mostly Platinums. There was one Diamond player on the other team and we ended up going 31-2. Now, I'm not in game chat, I'm not in voice chat, but apparently there was a lot of people saying about they were going to, report left, right, and rhubarb, and then the game after, this is what happens.
These were the people in the lobby when they cancelled.
Control.
Oh my god,
Barry.
it's disconnected.
You've been temporarily banned.
Wait.
What?
Really?
On my life. So as you guys can see, I've been temporarily banned from Black Ops 6, Ranked Play and Warzone. Now, it's a shadow ban, it's a temporary ban, it's not a permanent ban because they haven't found anything because there's obviously nothing to be found. I wouldn't put all this effort into making content to just go and cheat and ruin it all in the first place. But I've seen a lot of people suffer from this issue too over the past week or so when they've released the new working anti-cheat. People have been shadow banned left, right and centre, and it seems to be very sensitive to reports in the game. Now, interestingly, I was banned and it coincides with this new anti-cheat, which seems to be supposedly working. It also coincides with this game here, which is, again, the game I go 31-2. And one of the kills is actually me killing myself with a grenade in-game, obviously. But there's nothing suspicious. There's a couple of wallbangs on obvious places, but generally speaking, I'm missing enough. It's obvious I've not got aimbot. It's obvious I haven't got walls. I'm reading things perfectly. And at the end of the day, this is the start of the season. So I'm back in Diamond 1. I'm an iridescent player who's been put back to Diamond 1. Somehow ended up in a Platinum lobby, who are going to be Platinums, so they would have finished last season in Platinum because they wouldn't have gone down. So in short, it's an Eerie player playing legitimate Platinums, so it's not going to be it's going to be a mismatch. I'm going to be able to kill a lot more people than I would be killed by in these lobbies, so it's just going to happen. Imagine you played people that were a few ranks below you. You're going to absolutely rip them. You're going to be able to read them. You're going to win your gunfights against them just because they're ranked lower than you are. So yeah, it's going to be easy. We're going to be breaking down the gameplay today. I want to hear your thoughts. Is there anything suspicious you see in today's gameplay that would have warranted you reporting me for doing it? This is the grenade kill. This is embarrassing. I don't know how that happened, but I do. I just probably should have just put the grenade in my back pocket and forgot about it. But in any case, we're going to be looking at the gameplay, breaking down why I'm doing certain things and what plays I'm making and why I'm making those plays to hopefully give you guys confidence that clearly I'm not hacking. I'm just reading the game well. I understand spawns better than most people, and as a result, I'm just able to determine where they're coming from. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Do you know about anyone that's been shadow banned in your area? At this point, I'm contemplating just going to PS5 because one, you don't face the hackers themselves with crossplay off, and two, you can't get shadow banned because you can't. You're on console. There's no way it can happen. So getting into gameplay, I'm 9-1 currently, being the only death my own fault, and we're rotating to the new spawns. So there's nothing outrageous here. I'm purely getting the new spawns. I can see on the mini map there that the if I pause that a second. All those that's 4 dead. I'm looking at the minimap. My teammates aren't blocking, and because I'm all the way over here, the enemies are going to be spawning about this area here. Okay, I can see my teammates have released the back spawn enough for them to spawn vines. So in my head, I'm thinking they're vines. They need to get to this new objective. I'm going to try and cut them off, which is why you see me take up this position and read exactly where they're going to be coming from. Again, although that looks a bit weird because I was shooting through smoke, you can see names through smoke. So that enabled that. So I just traded my teammate out. I threw a nade there because my teammate Comder was a person there from the cruise. My teammates have all spawned behind me, as you can see here, which tells me the enemies have spawned in the back or maybe on the hedge or towards this right. So again, it's nothing suspicious so far. Just standard run-of-the-mill gameplay. So at this point, I've just noticed my teammates just spawned in. I'm trying to support my teammate here. I was just trying to see if there was any enemy spawning in. But as my teammate spawned here, I now know the enemies are spawning the other side of this objective. They're now spawning towards vines in the well area. So now that's where my focus is going to be. Now, as I was shooting, I did see the player who was just here. So a very, very common space for them to lay down is in that area. So and I already knew they were there. They were on the point. You look over this hedge, you can see that's where the head is, just there. So I got this kill, laid down, ready to pre-fire them. But because, you know, they were just hiding, that was the obvious place to go. And again, that's probably, you know, it's a wall bang. The game might have said, well, that's a wall bang. You got good accuracy with a wall bang. That's an offense, but it's an obvious spot. Okay, that's why it can't be completely automatic. Now, right now, I'm just cutting off the spawn. So my teammates have just spawned to my right, which tells me the enemy who I've just killed have all spawned over here towards this backside hedges area. And I'm basically just trying to play off the kills of people that might be challenging through the old hill to get to the new objective. So I delay myself a little bit here, reload my guns just because it's a safe area. And worst case scenario, if someone comes across, I catch them off guard, I can kill them like so. But now I'm expecting everyone at the new hill. My teammates got my top mid. I'm nading the hill. My teammates have spawned behind me, which tells me that the enemies are all sort of behind me. And I'm just waiting for my teammates to spawn before I back up. But somehow Lee got a 3-piece with that new Cypher gun. And as you guys know, you want to then aggress towards their spawn. So because of how far pushed back my teammates are, the enemy is either going to spawn driveway, which is just to my left over here, or in lobby. And because of we've only killed one person, there's 4 would have spawned in, and I know that player just came from this direction, I'm expecting 3 others to come from a similar direction. So they're either going to push the front of the hill or come my way. So sort of what I'm playing for here. We kill another 4 players. I back up to allow them to spawn backing in that lobby area. If I stay pushed up there, they're just going to spawn in behind us, and I want them to come where I know they're coming. So I've backed up, enabled them back to spawn back in the lobby, meaning that they're either going to hit the front or come through my direction, unless they go under bottom mid and wrap all the way around, which is going to be quite unlikely. So again, nothing sus there. I'm just rotating to the new hill. There's no weird pre-aims. My teammates just spawned in here, which tells me they're a little bit split. And it's just run-of-the-mill COD. There's nothing impressive I'm doing here. I'm not, you know, I'm reading where they are. Look, I'm even pre-aiming our spawn when my teammates spawn there, which tells me there isn't anyone there. So as soon as my teammates spawned in, I know I can move away. And it's just, it's more a disappointment than anything that I know there's cheaters out there who are still aimbotting. They're still wall hacking, and they're actual cheaters. Meanwhile, I'm sat here not able to make content to help people genuinely get better rather than just, you know, download cheats. But hey, it is what it is. I'm not going to whinge about it too much because at the end of the day, that's not what I try and do. So nothing crazy there. I'm just challenging people. It's a long line of sight. I know they're coming there because I'm shouldering it. Blah 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 blah. And because of how we're not over this halfway line, if you remember on Hacienda, if you push past that halfway line, the enemies are going to flip. So because we're pulled back this side of the hill, the enemies are always going to spawn the other side. So that's why we're continuously pre-aiming this area like so. Looking where my teammates are pushed up. And yeah, it's basic stuff. It is basic stuff. For those of you who are new to the channel, you might be wondering why I'm not aggressing their spawn. It's so I'm not flipping. But for those of you who have been with the channel for a while, you guys are going to know this is run-of-the-mill, super simple gameplay. And we just know what we're doing as a team. So we're rotating through these spawns in order to just obtain these spawns. I died to a player right in the back who I didn't know about. And again, if I was cheating, I would have known that that player was there and played for that. And obviously, I didn't. So proof number 1, I guess, if that's what we were looking for. And now I'm at the point where I'm just trying to hold these spawns. I'm trying to make sure the enemies can't spawn behind us. They might spawn vines, which is why I'm now trying to approach it. And right now, because of where I am, the enemy has to spawn out. The 2 spawns at this side of the hill are back on the statue where I currently am, and then towards the left here. And because of how far forward I'm pushed, it blocks both of these spawns, which means the enemies have to spawn bottom kitchen or towards the boathouse, all the way to the other side of the map, which is what you want out of a Hacienda team. So I simply react to getting shot there. Managed to get a kill, rip him off the heady. And again, when it's not unusual things. If you guys have watched my gameplays before, this what I'm doing here isn't unusual. I just never play plat players before, and this is just a team of iridescent / crimson players playing against a full team of platinum and diamond players. So obviously, it's going to be mismatched. And again, let's have a quick look. So me and this teammate have pushed out. No one else is the other side of the hill, so it means the enemies are spawning the other side of P2, so they're going to be coming up the driveway or coming through lobby if they, that direction. I'm simply trying to wallbang them. There's nothing suspicious there whatsoever. That's where they're going to be. If we slow this down, you can see it's just guessing, assuming where the enemy is. So you've just seen the enemy go to the left. I'm pre-aiming the left. I'm trying to shoot until I stop getting hit markers, but essentially I'm just following those hit markers because that's when I know I'm shooting the enemy. And because I know they would have spawned statue or driveway during the motion of P2, I'm now expecting a couple more players here. And as a result, I just pick up a free 2-piece because I knew where they were. I expected them to come that way because I understand the spawn system, and they didn't. So this is a little bit of a weird one. I'm not entirely sure where they are. I decided to get out of that gunfight because I don't have the right gun for that distance. And we're getting a couple of good kills now. We get 3 kills. We have a teammate in the back. We've got our teammates on the hill, which means they're either going to spawn well or lobby, which means that the traffic from them is going to come either directly ahead of me where I'm looking, or they're going to come through mid or come up the stairs or come from this general vicinity on the left here. So you'll see me, I throw a nade there, try and get through a little bit. Again, I'm just trying to play between where I think they're spawning and where they need to get to. Again, at this point, I'm 28-2. This is an absolute whitewash. We're playing this perfectly. To be fair, my team are getting kills they need to get to win as well. I'm not playing much of the hill, but I'm trying to be that real aggressor between where they need to be and where they are currently spawning. And again, there's nothing outrageous here. So I'm trying to play a nice little off angle on the hill. My teammates just come from the left here, so I'm not quite expecting them to be there. I decided to use my Hailstorm just to try and alleviate some pressure and just get a couple of more free kills without dying. And then that's pretty much the game. And then they reported me, got shadow banned, and now it's 5 or 6 days of not playing cards, which obviously isn't going to do me well. I'm going to be very cold and need to warm up quite a lot, I think, when I get back next into the game. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. I hope you enjoyed what you had to see today. Bit of a weird video for me. I don't usually like to post ones like this, but hey, it is what it is. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Ciao for now.